Hi all, Jessie B. Scrapbook came back with another process video. This one is for mixed media Mayhem, and we're supposed to use torn paper, 3D flowers, and paint. So the first thing I'm doing here is I have my paper that I'm going to tear. I got a couple pictures from my daughter's college graduation. And yeah, I'm going to tear this paper and glue it onto this one. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so I love the way the ripped paper turns out. Um, I just think it's really cool looking, and I'm definitely going to have to try it again. I'm not sure about my layering because I'm not really good at layering. Maybe I didn't use enough contrasting colors or something. I'm not sure. You'll see. But yeah, like I said, I love the way the paper tearing turns out. And I am just tearing this paper into 3 strips, folding over and wrinkling up the torn edge, and then I'm just ripping chunks out of different spots on this paper. And I thought about just having the white underneath show, but I didn't like it after I was doing it. I thought it was too glary. So I'm going to bring in this blue here. It's a really pretty blue from the same paper pad, so it matches well. And I'm just going to put it at the bottom and at the top. But here's where I'm just tearing a little bit more, just so make sure that blue shows. And yeah. So this is the Mixed Media Mayhem Hop. So don't forget to check out everybody that is participating. Just go over to the Facebook group and you can see everybody that is playing along in that group, and I'll have the Facebook group in my comments below. And we're doing it a little different, and so I'm not exactly sure if we're going to have links or a playlist or anything like that. I need to double check on that. I don't know what's going on. I'm just playing. So here I am getting this paper all glued down, and look at how pretty that is with that blue poking through and then those ripped edges. And I overlapped some of the edges, and now I'm just kind of rolling it, making it really look distressed. And yeah, I love the way it turns out, this part of it. So kind of reminds me of like wallpaper or something, maybe like peeling off the wall. Okay, so the pictures are, one picture is the booklet that you get handed when everyone's graduating, and it has their names in it and where they're from and what they're graduating from. Like my daughter's is elementary education, and then it says if they are concumulata, whatever the heck that word is. And she was. So I don't know what the name of it is. And so, and any kind of secondary degrees or anything they have, like hers says, she has TESOL, which is teaching English as a second language. So that's all on this piece of paper here. And this is just the one page where her name was on it. The whole booklet has everybody's name in it, but I just kind of, my son actually took this picture for me. I have the book too, and I'll just keep the little booklet, but I wanted the picture of her page. And then the other picture is her walking into the graduation, and the way that her college did it, you walked in, and family and friends were already seated, and kind of like in the centers and a little bit on the sides in the back, but in the front, that's where the graduates would sit, and they came up beside us, and so I was sitting right there where I could get a good picture of her walking up the aisle beside us, and then we actually sat kind of on the same row as her, just we were in the middle and she's on the edge. And so that was kind of cool, and I'll have pictures of her and her friends on the sides in the same book. But for now, this is the picture we have, so I decided to put it with this picture of the booklet. And then I'm just layering up pieces to go behind the pictures. So the one piece I put behind the booklet, I did a decorative corner on it, and then I inking everything in a navy blue ink, and just to make sure that it kind of pops off, because all these papers are from the same paper pads. I think they kind of mix a little too well sometimes, or are too I didn't go as contrast as I probably should have, but yeah, so I kind of have my layerings done how I want them, and now I remembered I have to do painting. So I grabbed some gesso. This is just actually this has ended up clear gesso. I thought I grabbed my white gesso, and I am just putting that on because I know I wanted to do some watercolor, and I wanted to get it to move around maybe a little bit and stuff. So I just put some gesso on, let it dry. So there it is, all dry. And now I'm going to take some watercolor here and just put some of this blue, so it has like a blue shadow behind both of the pictures. And I don't know if I achieved this very well or not. I know you can see it a little bit in a couple of the spots, but I cover it all up. But that's okay. I got paint on the layout, and that's what I was supposed to do. And so I'm using this little bitty brush at first, and then it's driving me crazy, so then I go and I grab a bigger brush, and it gets the paint on there a little bit better, and I like that. So there's my little blue, hint of blue behind the pictures. I did let it dry, or I'm going to let it dry. I'm just looking to see how I want the pictures to be on here, and then I'll take them off and let it all dry. Trying to decide what butterfly I want to use. Those I cut out for another layout that I actually haven't posted yet, so you'll see those later that I ended up not using on that layout, but I use them on here, 2 of them anyway. So it's all dry now, and now I decided I needed another layer. So I grabbed some tissue paper, wrinkled it up, and now I'm just ripping it behind the pictures here. And I really like this, but you can see why I covered up all the paint now. But I just needed a little something extra. This I put on wrong, but it comes right off, thank goodness. Yeah, I was like, what was I doing? So I am going to pop up this picture onto some foam, and here's where I realized that that tissue paper needs to be on my picture, not on the layout. So I get that down and start getting everything else adhered down here. And this one layering piece behind this main picture, it's like a envelope, and it has like the post office stamp on it and everything. It's really cool, so I wanted to make sure I had it on here, but I think in person you can tell what it is a little bit better, but on camera it just looks like a piece of paper, but it's actually a little envelope. That's pretty cool. Alright, so getting both pictures done, and now I need to bring in 3D flowers. So I have these, they're not silk flowers, but they're cloth flowers. And so I layered 2 of them up, and then I'm adding a third one, or a second one. Well, it is a third flower, but down below. And they're in a little bit of an off-white color. And then I cut out some greenery from my die cut machine, my manual one. And so I'm adding those in. I actually have 2 more that I'm going to cut apart in just a second. I'm putting this butterfly down, and here's the other 2. They're in a little bit different color green than the other ones, so I'm cutting them apart and adding them into different spots just to make the foliage look a little bit thicker. And I do really like how this middle cluster turned out. It's really pretty. And then I like having these florals just kind of up the side here, and it just kind of adds some little extra to that picture there. And I am going to put the butterfly wings up onto some foam because I was afraid they were just going to flatten down in the album. So here I decided to go with the 2 butterflies, and I think that they look really pretty flying up there. And now I'm going to put little paper blue dots in the center of each of the flowers, and then I'm going to come in with my puffy paint in crystal, I think it's called. And so right now it looks white, but when it dries it'll be crystal, and it'll just give the little blue dots some dimension, and they'll be glittery and make a pretty center. And now I'm going to come in with some rhinestones here in a second and scatter some rhinestones around the clusters, the floral cluster and the flower cluster, and then do some butterfly trails. But first, I forgot, I did add some word stickers. So the one at the top says, all her dreams could come true. And then the other one says, the beauty of this life. And at the bottom one says, her mother's heart. So now I'm coming in with those rhinestones. And as soon as the rhinestones are on, this layout is done. I really do like how it turned out. It's really pretty, and I think it'll be perfect for her album. I'm trying to do her album in blues and florals, and because her school colors were blue and white, and so I figured these will work. And yeah, I'm going, but it's hard. It's weird to do 12 by 12. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot more room, and it feels like I have to cover it all up. But there it is. I really like how this turned out. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And thank you to everyone who has and who has been watching. Bye!